Hello and welcome to the Tavern Chat cast. So today it's a bit of a news update. I know a lot of us are watching VTT or playing VTTs these days. I mean, I was a proponent for virtual tabletops before the pandemic. The pandemic has just made it even more, imperative or more important to a lot of people's gaming habits. So there's a Roll20 announcement. And I actually feel weird talking about this because it doesn't affect me at all. But I'll tell you why in a second. So let me just go into the Roll20 announcement. Price increase. This is from April 30th. So that would be yesterday, Friday. In the near decade since Roll20 started, we've grown immensely. We've introduced two dynamic lighting systems and expanded functionality to tokens, token markers, API scripts, macros, and more. Actually, when I first released, you couldn't even do fog of war effectively because you couldn't draw these polygons. It was horrible. It was more of a proof of concept when it was first released than it is now. And now it's actually pretty viable. But we'll step away from that. Let's continue. We've also worked hard to create a community and culture around Roll20, present in our forums, streams, and actual plays, social media, and here on our blog. We built tools to help support indie developers as well as character sheet and macro authors. On top of all that, we've introduced 9 years worth of infrastructure and technology upgrades, the whole time keeping in mind our ultimate mission to lessen the barriers that keep friends from playing games together. We're still dedicated to that mission and to improving and offering more to our current and future users. So now they've given you a whole spiel as to why they are great. And whatever company does that, there's always, all right, and how are you going to fuck me over? Beginning July 1st, 2021, Roll20 will be increasing prices on all new subscriptions for the first time since 2012. Now, this is the reason why this doesn't apply to me. I was a Kickstarter backer, lifetime sub, so I get all this stuff. I don't even use it, I'll be honest with you. And I backed another VTT that wound up getting merged into Roll20, and they got nothing extra for it. So they're increasing their prices. The price for Plus will increase from $4.99 per month to $5.99 per month, with the annual Plus subscription price increasing from $49.99 per year to $59.99 per year. Layman's terms is a 20% increase in price. Pro subs will be increasing from $9.99 to $10.99 per month, with the annual Pro subs increasing from $99.99. I hate that 99-cent pricing structure, but in any case, per year to $109.99. So either it's going up by 20% or 10% on the higher thing. Free account and the free account experience will remain unchanged. As a thank you to our current subscribers, all accounts subscribed before 12:01 a.m. Pacific, July 1st, 2021, will be, and they put it in quotes, locked in at their current price for the next 2 years. This courtesy period will last until you cancel your subscription. Your subscription lapses. How would it lapse? Because you don't upgrade your payment method. Kind of like if you make a late payment on your credit card and all of a sudden your APR increases from, I don't know, to 12% to 24%, kind of like that. Or until July 1st, 2023, whichever comes first. After this 2-year courtesy period, the subscription prices will increase to reflect the new pricing structure. Changing existing subscription levels or between annual and monthly plans will not affect this courtesy period. Changing your payment method, so long as the payment does not lapse, will also not affect this courtesy period. Important, this exclusion does not apply if a cancellation happens due to a subscriber payment issue, card expiration, insufficient funds, new card number, etc. So, what does that mean to you? Well, to me, it means nothing. Again, I'm a lifetime subscriber. I don't use a lot of the bells and whistles. I've watched and read on N-World. There were some comments Many of them not so kind. Here, this is the way I am going to look at it. If you've been using Roll20 and you've been a subscriber and you've already been paying, you've got now 2 years to continue at this current subscription price before you have to make a decision, right? If you are not a current subscriber, am I saying, oh, you got to save your 20%, jump in now? No. Why commit yourself to a system when there's other options out there? Owlbear Rodeo, right? If you're not playing long campaigns, Owlbear seems to be the version of choice out there for people, the alternative. Foundry, I know people talk about Foundry, you need your own server, whatever. I haven't delved into Foundry enough. I've heard good things about it. I've heard frustrating things about it. Then there's Fantasy Grounds. Fantasy Grounds, to me, has a little bit too much automation, but then again, I am not somebody that uses a lot of the bells and whistles on Roll20, and I think Fantasy Grounds probably has more bells and whistles. And again, I am an ultimate license holder on Fantasy Grounds also, so I like my VTTs. But do I think you should be locked into one? No. Don't make my opinion. This is not investing advice. But my opinion is unless you've already subbing, don't let this price increase force you into making a decision that you might wind up regretting. And if you've already paying for it, pay for it as long as you're enjoying it. You know, I mean, are there free options on Roll20? Yes. But just some random comments from Emerald. Screw Roll20. I'm moving to Foundry. Check out Alba Rodeo if you're shopping around. I'm probably just going to drop to free for 2 years on Plus now and not really seeing any benefit aside from the removal of delayed loading. And apparently delayed loading is because of front loading of ads. I've never seen ads on Roll20. I literally had no idea there were ads on Roll20 until I read the article on Enworld because, again, I'm a lifetime. Now, that being said, when I run with Roll20, heck, when I ran as a player last week, right? Roll20 is integrated voice and video. And what doesn't anybody use that I know of? Nobody uses integrated voice and video. It's one of the biggest selling points for it over Fantasy Grounds. But everybody seems to have Discord running in the background. Why? Because usually the most flaky aspect of Roll20 is the voice and video. So, again, I'm going to tell you, my personal opinion is don't rush out. Don't lock yourself in. Don't say, like, oh, I got to jump in, unless you're really sure. If you aren't paying for it now, don't start. And if you're already paying for it, you got 2 year grace period to decide whether or not you're going to fully go along with it, right? And before you have to say, all right, the price is too much now. Here's my question. And maybe it's when it should be asked. Roll20 has seen a huge increase in usage last year, right? Which would mean like a huge increase in revenue. So why are they increasing prices? Maybe it's more bandwidth being used. Maybe it's more expenses. I understand that. But they don't explain why. All right, we haven't increased our prices in 9 years. Well, obviously, you've been doing okay. They've been expanding. They've been hiring people. That's my understanding. So, again, is this a capitalization on the increased market? I mean, Roll20 has an amazing Alexa ranking. It's Alexa ranking. If those of you who don't follow along at home, Alexa is a ranking of websites on the internet in terms of their popularity and usage. And I think like 1 is Google and probably 2 is Facebook and 3 is YouTube or something like that. Those are your top 3. Roll20 is 2,488 worldwide. Put things in perspective, I believe the Tavern's Alexa ranking is somewhere around 168,000. I'm very happy with that, actually worldwide. RPG.net is somewhere around 110K give or take. EN World, 62,000. So you got to think about it. Roll20 is doing amazing traffic, and they're doing an amazing business. They're a private company. We're not going to see their financials, but I'm just wondering how much of this is we need this to remain profitable, or how much of this is, hey, it's the perfect time to add profit, right? They've probably added a lot of users in the last year due to the pandemic, and we're going to reward them by encouraging them to maintain their accounts for the next 2 years, so they don't suffer a price increase if they decide to come back. Because remember, the moment you stop subscribing, you could change your mind, come back 6 months later, you're in at the new price. So it isn't as easy, and the pricing isn't just as clear as can be, I guess. All right, folks, just my thoughts on the matter. Again, I would love to find a better option in Roll20, but at the moment, it's what I would use if I'm running a game. We're still in the midst of the world of the pandemic. Use your common sense. I'm not a medical professional. Be safe, be well. God bless. Roll those dice. Knock on wood. It's very windy here in New York, by the way. New York City is full of the wind. I'm not talking about coming out of my hiney. All right, folks. I'll be back tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, with myself and my lovely wife, Rach, doing a live stream of Gamers Health. Please join us. We always appreciate your live commentary. And until then, laters.